Hello and welcome back. On the last time, we got the second almost bad end. Technically the last bad end because we didn't involve Akira. At least I believe that's what the issue was, because we didn't. Because we had no one that saved us, I guess, and obviously we figured out who the bad guy was. And they had the worst motive for doing this. Anyway, if going by what the game said, this should be the last episode. If that's the case, we'll probably just go a bit longer than usual in order to fit that. Anyway, Awazaki and Mihashi, the cursed shadow. Could they also somehow be connected? Hey, listen. Are you gonna you're going to continue playing the game? I mean, right now in the restaurant? There were a considerable number of people here. I wanted to refrain from doing it here. Now that I know what's going on, I have to know the truth. I want to figure out what's going on as soon as possible. Please. His girlfriend's life is hanging on edge. I can't find it in me to decline. Okay then, I'll play. Thank you so much. Are you hungry? It's my treat. Better be, after you're asking us to risk our life. Well, I'll have a sandwich set if it's okay. Can I sit next to you and watch the screen? I mean, yeah, otherwise it'd be kind of weird, I guess, to just sit across from me, staring. Yeah, I guess so. I loaded a last save file after I took, and I took along sweet coffee. It's Monday. Okay, we did this again. Ditched quite a few in the past. Okay. Somehow I feel like, okay. I mean, that's kind of, I get, can I have a word with you? Okay. Oh, is this this is the meeting. Of course I wasn't the only one shocked beyond belief. Shijo, who was watching the screen beside me, was beside himself as well. Me? Why? Because you're connected to the victims. Oh, I say victims. You know. Why was Akira in the game? The character on screen certainly resembled Shijo. Hey, what does that mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean? Keep playing. I need to know why I'm in here or in there. No. For now, let's just stop. Why? I try to remain calm. I want to see what happens next, but if you make the wrong choice, this game will kill you. It's as simple as that. It's just how the game works. Kill you? You should understand the consequences by now. I don't need to explain it any further. The penalty is dying. Even at a public place like this one, I don't want to cause a major uproar. Yes, you're right. We gotta open and left the restaurant. Are you going to keep playing the game when you get home? Yes. If you don't hear back from me before tomorrow, you can assume I'm dead. I don't even want to think about that happening. See you later. Thanks for the food. Ooh. Nightfall came and I opened my mobile phone and resumed the save point. There were two possible choices. I must decide carefully and I cannot afford to make a mistake in the game, this far into the game. Okay, cool. Well, we know the right one, so what should I do? Play to decline his offer. Okay. I thought it's a long one was going out until now. Oh, is this another one where we No, it's yeah. Apparently, I just wasn't able pressing the skip button hard enough. Holy crap! I've gotten it right 6 times in a row. If there was a god, I'm definitely being blessed by them. But the game is becoming more and more bizarre and unpredictable. Akira Shijo's appearance. The game has mimics reality on spot on so far. His avatar is a perfect replica of his real self. His speech and match is also his in person. His existence in the game is very significant somehow. Of course it is. He's the only one who's awake that's in the game. Being the case, does Shijo hold the key to clearing the game? He does. Because, I mean, again, he's either the person behind this, like at fault, or he's, just, well, I guess another victim, or a potential victim. I don't think he's taking Bad End as seriously as he should. I mean, he took it very seriously when you tell him that you die if you fail the game. I mean, that's kind of like the point, right? It seems it'll be necessary to meet him once again. After all, I did tell him that I'd contact him and let him know if I'm still alive and well. I'd send an email saying that I want to meet him tomorrow. Okay. Hurry up. I hear a voice urging me again. However, no matter how many times I've heard this, I can't get used to it. Yuji, you shut up, please. Stop acting like an idiot and calm down already. Kyuuhei. Okay. Groaning stopped when I woke up in the morning sun shining through the window. It's an unusual nightmare. Eugene and the other dead people seemed to try and harass me in my sleep. As for what they wanted, it's clearly the game sometime. I should be clearing the game sometime soon. I simply hop out of the bed and renewed energy. I discovered that Shijo responded immediately after I sent out an email to his last night. I'm going to sit class today. Can you too? I want to meet up. Yes, I mean, he seems to want to know why he appeared in Bad End as much as I do. There wasn't any reason why I should throw him off. I'll concentrate at school recently due to the unfolding events. Being placed by Tensu Shrine, Shijo was waiting for me in casual clothes. Hasn't he always been wearing casual clothes? No, it was his uniform before. Good. It's good that you survived. Thank you. So how did you? Have you progressed so far? Yeah. How have you? For starters, what kind of game is this? The so-called Bad End. I want to know more details about its overall structure. I nodded and told him what I experienced since I started the game. I was telling him the general plot of the game structure, and a few concerns immediately came to mind. The first bothersome thing in mind. Aozigi seems to have a habit of screwing around with guys at the part of the game's plot. So that's why you brought that up when we first met. But I'll say it again, the Coco I know in real life isn't that type of person. So why is there a plot twist like that? The game seems to totally look down upon her character. I can't help but feel resentment towards her. Resentment? Aozaki seemed to invoke someone's wrath and she was being stalked by because of it. Do you think there could be the slightest possibility? The worst came out of Shijo like a weak old man. It's possible that could be true. What do you mean? I kept it a secret from Connor, but I did meet with Coco before. Ah? So the game scenario was accurate after all. That makes sense that the correct answer was not to accept his offer in the game and to go out. So what you're saying sounds spot on. The meeting played out very similar to that. What was the meeting about? Was Connor mentioned? Well, there was something. We've been dating almost half a year now. We've been going steady as lovers for quite a while. But we haven't thought about going further, you know? Okay, well, so what? So what I'm getting at is, are you willing to be more serious? Do you think it's about time we commit to each other more? I don't understand what you're getting at. But don't you think you should think about Connor's feelings first? I see how it is. That has to be it. Makes sense. It was a heated conversation. It was an intimate conversation, and one I could never talk to Connor about. So, yeah. Please don't misunderstand. Nothing has changed, okay? Nothing new happened between us. Oh, I see. So, fair, I think. If that's but I kind of totally misunderstood the situation. I mean, it seems pretty easy to misunderstand given what the text had said. Because that actually made it sound like you were already doing things behind the back. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Well, I've been telling you both since you left school. Oh, I've been telling you since you left school. I've thought something fishy was going on. No, you totally misunderstand this. You're totally misunderstanding this. Then why are you having a secret meeting all the way out here? What were you two talking about? Well, I couldn't bring myself to tell Kana. I couldn't tell her the truth. It didn't feel right. It's not fair, Coco. I hate you. Kana, wait, don't. In a confused state, ran out into the road, and then she got hit by a car. Then she was hit by a car. To be honest, it wasn't the driver's fault. I mean, she ran out into the street. The ambulance arrived on scene and immediately took her to the hospital. They were able to save her life, and she was comatose. That was the last time we talked to each other. I see. It seemed consistent with given Mihashi's definitely in a coma when we went to check her in the hospital. Do we think he's lying? But I had an obligation to Connor. The feeling stuck me like a needle driven into my brain. That means the one bearing the grudge against Awazaki is... No way! I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter. And shortly after, Coco was involved with the accident as well. Still, that's 2 accidents and several hundred murders, all caused because of romance issues. Honestly, hopefully I'm not the only one who sees how dumb that sounds. Yeah, she had mentioned if she felt that something was after her, right? Yeah, that's correct. There's no way that could be just a coincidental situation. There's no hardcore intangible evidence, but it just makes too much sense. Seems like the only possibility. The one that had a grudge against Awazaki is Mahashi, isn't it? You've got to be kidding. This would make sense given the fact. After Mihashi was involved in the accident, Awazaki was targeted and injured not long after. Mihashi just didn't have it in her to forgive Awazaki, who was proceeding to steal her lover. That's a misunderstanding. That's the facts. She was in an accident due to the misunderstanding. She fell into a coma, still bearing a grudge. The wrath of Mihashi came out and attacked Awazaki. Mihashi's grudge was just too strong. Don't you think that she might have been involved with the creation of Bad End? This would be a clear motive to do so, something like this. Even though I considered the possibility, it was just way out there. However, Shijo wasn't trying to shoot down my theory. Oh crap! I can't believe this. It's pretty hard to believe. Yet it's also easy to believe at the same time, because it doesn't make sense. Why aren't you going after me? It was me who you should be after, damn it. It seems she truly believed it was her best friend's fault, not her boyfriend's. What it comes down to is she misunderstood by Awazaki after meeting with her. Apparently, you can't believe this. All the pieces fit together. It was the only possibility I could think of. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue playing the game? We've got no choice. I need to know the truth. Please keep going and solve this thing. I'm begging you. Yeah, I'll keep going. I'll contact you again after the next session to let you know I'm still alive. Shijo seemed to be legitimately shocked. He walked away with his back hunched. I'm going back as well. I'm going to beat Bad End for sure. Hopefully. Hopefully we do. The adrenaline rush started thinking a few hours after I started for home. But the thought of still nagged at me again and again. The fear of Mihashi actually being behind this insane game. Oh, this insane game grew stronger with each passing second. When you saw Iwazaki was attacked by the shadow, Mihashi was behind the whole thing, behind it the whole time. I opened up the mobile phone and fired up Bad End, coming closer to the truth. Cool. Luckily, should not be anything new dialogue-wise. Kinda as the shadow, we know this. Okay. Akira's here. Okay. To be continued. That's what we got last time. Who? What the hell? I stared dumbstruck at the text to be continued on screen. The screen displayed text for another 5 seconds and then faded and saved. To be continued? Does that mean I did beat it yet? This now seems to have reached the conclusion. Yes, I figured it was. This was it, and I could get all the answers. But I was mistaken. I had a chime on my phone and checked my email. I was shocked what I read. The truth will be revealed tonight at midnight. An image of a map was attached to the email. The map was the town of Iwazaki and Mihashi are living, the town setting of Bad End. Also, a certain spot had been marked on the top of the map. At midnight, it says to go to the. It says that I'm having a stroke. See you soon. Yeah, she's said it right before the game session ended. So that means the truth isn't revealed in the game itself. So the mystery will be solved in the real world. Only the player who survived until that point is given the chance to know the truth. Anyway, I made it to the end. This is the reason. This is reason enough to be proud. The game killed all those players, and I cleared it. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. However, yeah, she is really behind the whole damn incident. Yeah, she completely misunderstood the relationship between Iwazaki and her lover, and this is where it all began. You're too stupid. Too stupid. She was involved in an accident due to the misunderstanding and rendered comatose. This caused her to horn Iwazaki and drove it into the accident as well. On top of that, she made the game Bad End just for this reason. She did it to make Iwazaki suffer. I was sure I had all the facts right, but it's not conclusive, but still. I started to tell her everything. Most of all, I want to know why all those people and my best friend had to die. Why did Yuji have to die? I want to know the truth, why he was possessed to play this twisted game. I must go to the spot on the map and find out. I have to tell Shijo about this. As shocking as it will be, I'll have to tell him straight out. Called up Shijo. What happened? I talked about the fact that I had cleared Bad End and backed up my reasoning with concrete detail. Well, that's unfortunate. Upon Shijo hearing the news, his voice became sulky. Can I come over tonight? Kana will come, won't she? Most likely, yes. I think that's something like a shadow will appear. It will come out of Mihashi's body. How do you talk to Kana? Please, I have to. I was going to ask you if you could come to join me anywhere. I could use your help, yeah, because like you've got immunity because clearly you're not getting attacked by this thing. Thank you. After the revelation was revealed, I hung up on Shijo. For now, I need to calm down. For at the end of to all this come at midnight, I must prepare myself physically and mentally. I met up with Shijo and went to the place marked on the map. The only sound I heard were our own footsteps. I finally made it to the appointed place. It's right here. Yeah. Oh, is it right here? Well, that would make more sense. It ended up being a deserted park illuminated by slightly by some nearby lampposts. Seems nobody will be disturbed by whatever ends up happening. About 5 minutes till midnight. It's almost time. Is kind of really the one behind this whole thing? I couldn't possibly imagine it. But it's the truth. You can't deny it. Well, he can deny it. He hasn't seen any evidence. You mentioned that on the way over here, your best friend was killed by this game, right? Yes, I'm almost positive that that's the case. That was the case. He probably made a mistake early on in the game. I told Shijo about my main concern about finding out the mystery of why I was putting my neck on the line to beat the game. Hearing about how I lost my best friend, Akira responded with a sad expression. Even though it brought back emotional memories, it wasn't Akira's fault because he didn't know. Of course he didn't know. So what do you think about Kana? She's stupid. I mean, being in a hospital I'm stupid. Because I think about it, if she kept lying about it. Well, I mean, she's not necessarily lying about it. She kept acting like everything was fine. I only just noticed that now. She kept acting like everything was fine every time we were concerned, and she was like, just don't worry about it. I mean, being in the hospital in a coma, we still visit her if she remains that way. It's true that Mihashi misunderstood everything from the beginning. The coma stemmed from it. While she misunderstood, it doesn't excuse what she did. Although I haven't heard from her yet, fairly certain it's the truth. Shijo naturally wants to protect Mihashi. I would like to think that tonight will end on a happy note. But I'm not sure what's going to happen. Yeah. Do you think it would be a good idea if you watched from behind cover? Why? In case I was suddenly attacked. In that case, you can get away in time. But he's our immunity. I couldn't leave you behind. Good. You can be our shield. Please, just listen to me. I don't want both of us to die. No more sacrifices in vain. It can't be helped. I'll do as you say. Man, he's just willing to do what I can. Shijo took cover behind a bush, like I asked. I glanced over to my looked over to my wristwatch, and it's almost time. And the time was midnight on the dot. I took a deep breath and called out in a raised voice, "Mihashi, are you there? If you're here, come out." My voice echoed throughout the night. I felt then I felt a slight presence. Positive music for the evil spirit. A form blacker than the night sky appeared before me. It was identical to the cursed shadow that appeared in Bad End. It was responsible for Yuji's death. Finally, I meet you at last. You're surely behind this twisted game. I knew I was right. I said this bravely for someone who wasn't armed. I'm sure if I attacked in any way, it wouldn't hurt the thing at all. Obviously, it's a shadow. Whatever, maybe fighting probably isn't an option. Will I make it out of this alive? It's not looking good, but I have to know the truth. I made it to the spot that you said. Now start talking. I want to know everything. Although I probably have a good idea what's happening. Really? Odd. Is it truly surprised by this? There's no way you can understand what you know about me. I take the initiative and explain what I know. I'll tell you exactly what you've done wrong and are accountable for. I'll tell you about the tragedy you caused. Miyashi paused for a moment and let it sink in. Woo woo. Kira is my lover, my one and only. Coco, how dare you betray me? It's all a misunderstanding. Shijo couldn't take it anymore and sprung from his hiding place. Kana. Oh, Akira, my darling, Akira. Akira, my Akira. This isn't all a misunderstanding. Kana, I would never abandon you. The only time I could talk was at the time when Coco was the only person I could think of. Because I love you and I couldn't tell you about the meeting. It would hurt too much. Please believe me, Kana. Aha. Then Mihashi began to tremor immensely. Okay then. We're breaking reality. The space around her became warped, just as the dark shadow slowly took shape in the form of a woman. Okay, then. You do not look pretty like that. The next moment, the words that Mihashi came out of was a blood-curdling scream. I don't believe you, Kana, you. This thing is one and the same as the original Mihashi. Even all the time after the incident, all the negative feelings pent up have gone out of control. The result is this evil being that stands before us. Coco betrayed me. She's nothing but a bad person. Is that the real reason? Because Coco's a man-eater? To look down upon her? Yes, Coco is the type of human. You haven't answered any of my questions. Why did you have to kill the other players? You have no right to do so. I'm trapping Coco's soul in the game. She'll never get out. The truth is, whenever someone dies as a result of bad end, Coco's soul bears the brunt of it, with dire consequences. She's punished for their mistakes, and Coco bears the grudges against the player, and she turns and murders that person. That was the whole purpose of my game, because I'm the one who actually killed them. How could you do such a selfish thing? The player's last thoughts before they die was, it was Coco, she was the monster. Then I showed the entirety of what transpired to Coco's soul, and she would break down crying. Everything was meant to torment Coco. I see now. I knew there had to be a bigger reason for this whole plot, but did you have to die because of this demon's selfish acts? Kinda, please. You've done enough. No more, please. How do we wake Kana and Coco? Tell us. That's not possible. What? The title of the game is Bad End, so that means there's no happy endings. Can't be serious. Damn it, stop messing around. All your hopes just got dashed into despair. Now die. Oh, okay then. Now overwhelming darkness raced ahead of us like a ravenous beast. Okay then, so I guess, you know, Akira is not an immunity sort of idol. This is it, I'm done for. I'm no match for it even if I resist. I'm going to die here. Damn, I'm too young to die. I want to shout this out, but it all seems so hopeless. If anything, it felt good to die knowing how Yuji was killed. You've done well, Kyuuhei. Huh? Oh, well, what are they? She screamed and edged back. Then, okay. Gia. The area around Mihashi started changing. Something we obviously didn't like it. Wait, those. Kyuuhei. That voice. Yuji. Is that you? We've been waiting all this time to fight back against the one who murdered us. I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you. Die. Man, this girl killed Reaper. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll shred you into teeny tiny pieces. They are the souls of the dead people who, people killed by Bad End. They must seek revenge. They've held grudges for too long. That is definitely karma. Stop it. Yeah, she struggles and tries to resist desperately. And the souls of the dead people persist and keep Miyashi's body slowly cutting her down. Help. Help. Akira. Well, why would he help you try to kill him? Shijo was aghast at the scene playing out before him, but he gritted his teeth and shouted, the one I'm going to help is the real Kana in the hospital. You're the reason that the Kana is suffering through this nightmare. Just die already. No, you're wrong. It's me, Kana. The real Kana. I'm right here. I mean... yeah. Button mashes, though. Just looking at the image. That's good art, because that's definitely an sort of art thing. An unintelligible string of words erupted from Mihashi in a death cry, and then she vanished. The souls of the dead had vanished as well. Yuji! Even though I called out to him, I couldn't hear his voice. Did he pass on to the afterlife? Is he resting in peace? It seems that now I can finally pray that his soul may rest in peace for eternity. Okay, right. Kana and Coco. Yes, they're probably free from the curse. This is a curse now. It's a curse now, and not someone's grudge. The evil spirit was truly terrified. I'm still shaken up by the whole thing. I agree. It was a bit totally unbelievable. They even come to me in my dreams, urging me to play Bad End. One time though. No, at one time though, I thought they were haunting me and cursing me. But that assumption was quickly laid to rest. They were wishing me to be freed from the curse as well. It's finally over. Let's check on them. It's very late now. Oh, it'll soon be dawn. All right. Not all right, all right. I opened my mobile phone to take a look, and I watched as Bad End icons slowly dissolved from the screen. It was as though I never downloaded it at all. Morning eventually came out without me sleeping a wink. I laid out at school again and met Shijo in front of the hospital. Good morning. Good morning. You couldn't sleep either? You look like a zombie. Besides the restlessness, his eyes were glimmering with anticipation. I've waited for this day to come. It's truly a miracle in itself. I was informed before coming that Connor and Coco really have awakened. Alright. Shijo and I made our way into the hospital and went through the same procedures as last time. We were finally called into the visit Mikashi's room. And her eyes were open. Kana. Akira. Miyashi was who was placid and pale, stared at her boyfriend in bed. Thank you for coming. That's my line. I've waited so long for you to wake up. Her eyes catch my face incidentally. Who's that guy? Seems she doesn't remember anything about the incident. He's a good friend of mine. He was really worried about you too. Shijo gestured to follow his lead. I nodded in silence. What were you about to say? You look like you were going to say something. Well, I was going to tell you about what had happened. It was all a misunderstanding. Of course I know that. There's no way you'd betray me like that. Coco wouldn't do that. She wouldn't betray me. Miyashi's eyes started to get moist, then tears rolled down her cheeks. I was filled with selflessness. I was filled with selfishness after the accidents and caused so much trouble. Yeah, you did. No, it's okay. It's over now. Will you hear me out? I had a very scary dream. I was frozen in place. Miyashi's scary dream. What kind of dream did you have? She gave it an apologetic expression with tears streaked down her eyes. In my dream, I had become a terrible monster. Though I don't remember in detail, it was very disturbing. I was so scared. I believe a large number of people died because of me. Let's not tell them that it's true then, because... fair enough, I guess. If I go around, nobody, anyone else would believe it. But what she described is exactly what happened in Bad End. Yashi's misplaced wrath was responsible for the murder of a large number of people due to that game. Please, it was a dream. Tell me it was just a dream. Yeah, we have to. She's already crying. Of course it was. Shijo made eye contact with me to follow along. I nodded again. The visiting hours finally ended, and we have to leave. And we had to leave. She just spoke up. I'm sorry, but I know it's for the best. I didn't mean to hold a grudge against her for what happened. It was a series of misfortunes. Thank you so much for understanding. Makes a great deal to me. Thank you again. Come on, let's go check on Coco. She seems more calm as she's waking up. Akira. Long time no see. Coco Iwasaki. I immediately recognized her from the game. She was just as pretty as in the game. My heart started throbbing unintentionally. Did you skip out in class just to come see? I heard that Kana had awakened. There's no way anything could stop me from coming right away. Kana too. I knew it. Knew what? Maybe she... You never stayed in contact, have you? You said you didn't see her since childhood, right? Well, that's right. Speaking of which, I explained that I'm actually a friend of Awazaki. This was awkward. What should I do to make sense of this? Kyuuhei and you. So you remembered? Yeah, I remember it all. Aha, that's good to hear. Shijo was actually misunderstanding it a bit. Another misunderstanding. Oh boy. That's gonna go well. In actuality, Awazaki and I aren't acquaintances at all. Awazaki is remembering the events of Bad End, unlike Mihashi. Listen, I want to be alone within you, for a moment. Alright. You two are pretty close, huh? Possibly, you two keep a promise for the future. Okay. With that remark, Shijo left the room. Thank you for your help. So you didn't forget what happened in the events of Bad End. Yes, unfortunately I remember it all. For several months, I was tormented beyond anything you could imagine. My soul was torn from my body by that game. I could only sit with helplessly and watch. Every time a player killed me in the game, I felt intense pain. And the Wrath Candle's spirit attacked the player. I mistook holding the grudge against me, and as a result was killed. I was in so much pain. It was just that Shadow had said. I was like, he'd suffered so much pain and torment. But then help came. He decided to play the game and save my life. The truth is, I played the game because I wanted to know what killed my best friend. No matter what the risk was, I needed to know. You persevered till the end and helped me. Thank you so much. Awazaki laughed calmly. She smiled immediately and set me at ease. But there's still something I need to ask her. Do you have any resentment towards Mihashi? No, Kana's not the one responsible for tormenting me. Is she not? I had fallen victim to someone's bad intentions by pure chance. Yeah, was it? But pure chance? That's actually a relief. It seems she doesn't remember the details at Bad End. That's probably for the best, to keep it a secret from to myself. I don't hold a grudge against her for what happened. Okay. Phew. So with that, everything was settled. So I guess my business here is done, and I guess I'll say goodbye to Awazaki. For some reason, I feel a deep sense of longing and a sense of loneliness. Listen, Inui, will you come visit me again? Huh? What did you just say? Just like Kana and her boyfriend, I want someone to be with. Someone to visit me and spend time with me and talk to. It would truly make me happy. I see. Captivated by your beauty, there's no way I could decline. Then I suddenly recall, if a player had cleared Bad End, there would be a reward waiting for them at the end. Maybe this is what it meant after all, the incentive to play for the players to play a game. I never imagined that the reward would be in this form. Aha. So, right. And sometime later, you seem to be in a bit high spirits lately. Yeah, I'm finally dating. Pardon. So, like, the reward for completing the game was a girlfriend. And it cost him his best friend to get a girlfriend. What? Kanama's face registered shock that never had seen him before. Why are you so surprised? There's still some good guys out there, you know? I see. So you finally let her go. Beauty circumstances and all. Well, it was really good. I really owe you a lot, thank you. Owe me? What did I do? You supported us through the entire thing. You are the best character out of the 6 characters in this game. Yuji takes second place because he was just in it and he's the catalyst for the story. Then it's Akira for being stupid, but that's why he's beneath the other 2. But you know, other than that, he seems to be a decent person. Main character gets 4th for being stupid enough to play a death game. Then Coco. Well, actually no. Coco might be above Akira and Yes, a bit. Well, yeah, Coco's like unfortunate circumstances. I still like Yuji more, so I guess I'll put Coco's third, Kira's fourth, Kyuuhei's fifth, Kana's sixth. I don't mean to be mean to Kana, but she is kind of like the bad guy of the whole series, and this all happened because she jumped to conclusions, and because the motive was romance. It was due to Kaname that I was able to make the initial contact with her. Yep. He had seen how desperate I was and invited me out for sweets. Without that, I might not have found out the truth. It's true, we owe him a lot. I was able to track her a lot quicker than expected. Kyuuhei. Hi, Coco. It's only until recently I started using an informal way of addressing her. I now call her by her first name, Coco. Everywhere we went, everybody immediately knew we were a pair. So how's your body feeling? It's doing better. I can go out much longer due to getting my strength back. In the hospital, her muscles had atrophied to the point where she couldn't even stand up. With rehabilitation, her strength slowly returned. For the past week is when she finally was able to walk again. Shijo insists that Coco is still immature, but I think that the whole experience changed her. I think going through something like that changes people a lot. In my opinion, it made her a bit more assertive, which is a plus. It helps her self-esteem. Kana and Akira are going steady now as well. Yeah, I agree. Shall we go on a double date one of these days? You know, that's not... Yeah, it's a pretty good idea. Honestly, all of you need to be kept an eye on. I can't believe I need to babysit. Maybe not you, even though technically, now that you two are together, it is basically babysitting, in a way. But yeah, Akira and Kana need to be babysat before this happens again. Kanami Hishi, her rehabilitation is also going well. Each day is progressively better. Shijo is consistently inspiring her and helping her out, so I don't have to worry. By the way, Bad End has completely disappeared. Yeah, the game's webpage is also gone as well. The author's gone, and the game hasn't somehow cursed us with its existence again, thank goodness. From that day, Bad End had completely disappeared from the internet. The devoted posters on the BBS anonymity board was also wanting to copy were sad, but if only they knew what was in store for them. They would have stayed in hell. They would have stayed the hell away from it from the start. Do you think the game like that would be made again? Of course it would. Honestly, don't know. Even if it was, I'd never play it. Well, that's a relief. That's a relief. I'd die without a. If you die without me, I'd be all alone. Coco folded her arms over me and gave me a warm embrace. I lost my best friend to this whole strategy, but in the end, I was happy. You swapped your best friend for a girlfriend. You basically so much for bros before hoes, I guess. Not to call Coco a hoe. She was in the game, not in real life. If I learn anything, it's that a small misunderstanding can make a mountain out of a molehill, and that is the part of human nature. Therefore, I wouldn't be surprised if something similar to Bad End was created ever again someday. Hopefully, it would be deleted before anyone got injured or worse, killed. All I could do is pray that it would never come to that. And that's it. Thank you for stopping by. I guess this is the end of Bad End. It's a short game, and it is enjoyable. The story behind it, obviously, I don't agree with it because obviously the motive behind it all is romance issues. But yeah, the art in it is good. Especially the music is definitely good. Music, I think, is the strongest quality. But yeah, I had fun. So hopefully, I'll see you all on the next series, whatever that is. Yeah. So with that, all I can say is goodbye, and again, hope to see you in the next one.